Hi, today I'm going to take you through a nice relaxation session. So we won't be working too hard on our core or our glutes, but we'll be doing lots of stretching, mobility work and breathing. So I'll get you up into standing to begin with, toes pointing forwards, hip distance apart. We'll just set through our posture, think of our body positioning and our awareness to that. So toes are staying forwards, but we're equal between front and back of feet. So just rocking into the toes and then rocking back into your heels. And then just settle into that nice mid position between big toe, little toe and heel. Lock the legs up and then release them. So they're still straight, but they're nice and soft. And then we'll do a few pelvic tilts. So you'll rotate your pelvis forwards and backwards. Imagine your pelvis being this bucket of water and we're tipping out through the front of the bucket and then out through the back of the bucket, going both ways, and then checking that your knees aren't taking part as you're doing this. So the knees stay nice and straight but soft still as we rotate our pelvis both ways, and then find that nice mid position where your bucket of water is level. And then we'll just lift the sternum and the chest up nice and high. Think of opening your collarbones as if they're smiling. Keep that lift so you can relax through neck and shoulders, but then allow your lower ribs just to drop down and connect. So we have this lovely length all the way through the spine. And then when you're ready, we're going to go into a roll down. So bring your chin to your chest and slowly, one vertebra at a time, we're going to peel down. Our arms will just float forward so they dangle underneath the shoulders. And we're just going to round all the way nice and gently, making sure we've got the elongation through the back of the body. When you get to the bottom, just hold it here for a couple of breaths. Check that your arms are just dangling like a rag doll. And the head and the neck are nice and soft. And then we'll go into pendulum swings. So just swaying from left to right. Just going to move a little bit around from one side to the other as though you've got a tail that you're wagging. And then you'll come back to centre, and slowly I want you to unravel, tuck the tailbone underneath you and roll the pelvis all the way back to its neutral, and then restack one vertebra at a time on top. Okay, we'll go for one more. So bring the chin to the chest, feel the stretch in the neck, and then now continuing, peeling through the rest of the spine one vertebra at a time. Imagine that your spine is dinosaur spikes and you're opening out each individual spike. And then you'll just release all the way down towards the floor. Go really floppy and heavy. You'll tuck your tailbone a little bit just to get into the lower back. You're engaging up slightly through the abdominals here. Feel that lovely stretch through the lower back. Check the neck is nice and relaxed. And then into pendulum swings once more. So around to the sides. Just nice and heavy, nice and floppy. And then bring it back to centre. And then slowly tucking the tailbone, the pelvis back, and then unravel one vertebrae at a time all the way nice and tall. And then now we're just going to go for some side bends. So you'll reach down towards your knee on one side and just follow your hand with your gaze, and then coming all the way through and over to the other side. So just nice and gentle from one side to the next. We're just going to start mobilizing through our spine, restack tall, and then go all the way over. After this one, we'll go for one more to each side. Really feel like you're opening out through your ribs as much as you can. And then coming back through, and now we're going to go into spine twist. So you'll bring your feet together now, zip the legs together, and then bring your hands into prayer position. So fingertips towards your chin, thumbs into the breastbone, shoulders relaxed. We'll lift the sternum up nice and high. Take a nice breath in. You'll zip the inner thighs and the glutes a little bit here, and then we're going to rotate round and twist on our breath out. And then inhale, bring it back into centre, and then exhale and twist. Inhale all the way back through to the middle. As you breathe out and twist, see how far around you can take yourself. So you're still squeezing the glutes, so that will help keep your pelvis nice and still. Inhale wide into the ribs as you come back to centre. Breathe out and twist, squeezing the glutes, getting that nice ravel through the spine, and then unravel back into centre. So I want you to see how much you can use your obliques to help with the rotation. Check the shoulders stay relaxed. We're not using our shoulders to pull ourselves around. It's all coming through the middle of the back and through your obliques. And then we'll go for one more to each side. Last one. And then bringing it back into center. Okay, feet are now going to go into a parallel position. We'll float the arms up. We're going to lift up to tiptoes. We're going to hold this here and lift. Feel like our fingertips are being stretched towards your ceiling or your sky, depending where you are. Get the length all the way through the neck, and then I want you to close your eyes and hold your posture. It's quite a tricky exercise, this. And then open your eyes, slowly lower the heels, and then float the arms back down. We'll go for one more. So floating up, feel the fingertips being reached up towards the sky. Really push through the feet, lengthen your spine, make sure the neck is relaxed, and then close your eyes, trying to hold this posture. It's really tricky. And then slowly open your eyes, lower the heels, and lower the arms back down. Okay, coming to the ends of your mats. I want you to have your toes pointing forwards now. We'll go back into roll down, and then we'll take it into our cat stretch next. So we're rounding towards the floor, just nice and heavy. You can go a little bit faster than you did on the first couple. Just really release down, and then bring your hands to the floor. So if you need to bend your knees, then do. And then we'll walk it straight out in front into a hands and knees position. Okay, so from here, we're going to go up into our cat stretch. So you'll tuck the tailbone underneath you, round up through your back as much as you can, draw your chin to your chest, squeeze your bottom, tuck the tailbone through, then release the tailbone, roll away, open the chest into happy cat. We're going to open it out, pull the shoulders away from the ears. Keep the neck long so your eye line is looking towards the corner of your mat. You're not going any further forwards with the eye line, but you're pushing up away towards the ceiling. And then tuck back through into your angry cat, really pulling belly button up towards the spine, squeezing the bottom muscles. Feel the inner thighs also engaging as you do this. And then roll away into happy cat, opening the chest, getting a nice big stretch here. And then back. We've got one more in each direction, just a normal cat stretch here, and then roll away back through to happy cat. And then now we're going to go in for some thread the needle. So staying in hands and knees position, we're going to take one hand, slide it through as if you're threading your needle through the hole. If you can drop to head and shoulders without getting any neck discomfort, then you'll stay here. And if you can do that, and then reach your arm up and open out. Now I'm pushing against my bottom arm to give me lots of twist here. Breathe wide into the ribs. And then as you breathe out, slowly release your arm back down. Slide back through, and now we'll open the opposite way. So we're going to lift up and open. Imagine that you're stretching between your handspan here. And then bring it back to center. We'll alternate to the other side. So thread the needle through the imaginary hole, drop down towards your head and your shoulders. Open the top arm up towards the ceiling, push against the shoulder and the arm on the floor to give you more twist, and then bring it back through to center. Now we open this arm all the way up. Nice big stretch. And the other way. So sliding through, dropping down, getting a nice big stretch down to the floor. Open up the top arm, push a little bit deeper into it. And then from there, sliding through and lifting and opening up. And then now we're going to take it into our cat stretches, but we're going to add in a little bit of rotation now. So we're going to walk our hands across as if we're going to our 10 o'clock position on the clock. Keep the pelvis staying in its neutral so it hasn't followed you, so you've stretched your opposite waist. Now we're going to tuck our tailbone underneath us and round into an angry cat. We're going to maintain this stretch over to one side and then press your heels back towards your bottom and get a nice stretch through your waist and down one side of the spine. And then push back through, and then we'll go over to the other side. So walking it around to your 2 o'clock position, stretch the waist, tuck under into angry cat position, and then press the bottom back to the heels. Feel that stretch through your waist, down the side of your back, and then drawing back up to centre and walking back to the middle. Now we'll go into a seated position and we'll go in for a little bit of spine stretch now. If you're finding it uncomfortable to sit with your legs straight out with a nice straight back, then prop a little cushion underneath you just to raise your hips up for this one. So toes are going to be flexed forwards towards you, and you're going to push down and straighten out through the legs. Lift the sternum nice and high, pull the shoulders back and down, feel this lovely long spine. Float your arms up and forwards, keep the collarbones nice and wide. Then when you're ready, into your spine stretch forwards, bring the chin to the chest and slowly curl down. This is very similar to doing our roll down. You're going to reach forwards as far as you can, opening out every segment of the spine. Then very slowly, we're going to roll and restack all the way back through one vertebrae at a time. Imagine that you're sat against a straight wall. I want you to keep your lower back imprinted onto the wall, so continuing to drop from the crown of the head, reach forwards through the fingertips, sliding through, but making sure I'm pulling my belly button back so my lower back stays flat against this imaginary wall. And then restack all the way up against the wall, keeping collarbones wide, shoulder blades back and down, neck nice and long. Let's go for 2 more just like this. With the spine stretch, we're aiming to get the stretch through the spine and not necessarily down the back of your legs, but if you're particularly tight in your hamstrings or your sciatic nerve, you may feel this down the back of the legs, in which case you can bend your knees if you prefer. Last stretch forwards here, going for a nice big reach, and then slowly restacking. Now we're going to take it into the saw exercise. So with the saw, we're going to have the feet a little bit wider than we did. We float the arms up and we open the arms out to the sides, squeeze the shoulder blades back and down, open the chest. Take a nice big breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to twist and rotate, and then we're going to dive forwards and curl through as if we're sawing off our little toe with our little finger. Then you'll restack nice and tall, and then we'll open to the other side. So nice big twist, and then curling through as if you're sawing off your little toe, and then slowly restacking all the way and back through to the middle and change. So diving forwards, nice big stretch through, restack tall, and then over to the opposite side. As much rotation as you can get. Reach through. Come back through to centre, 1 more to each side, nice big twist, diving through, restack all the way, and over for the last one, reach for the little toe, and then coming all the way back through to centre. Now we're going to a nice glute stretch. So from here, you'll cross one ankle over the knee, so I'm going from my left ankle over my right knee. Pull your left thigh into your chest, wrap your right arm around, and then now we're going to push against my left hand, pull my thigh into my chest, and look over my shoulder. So with this exercise, the more you pull the thigh to your chest and the more you push your chest forwards and lift tall, the more you should feel this into your glute. You're also doing a rotation of the spine, so you should get a nice twist through the back as well here. And then release, and we'll change. So I'm going to cross my right ankle over my left knee, pull my leg to my chest, wrap my left arm around, and then from there, take the right hand over, twist, push into the right hand, lift as tall as you can here. Keep pulling the thigh towards you. And then release through. Okay, we're going to roll to our backs next. So I'm going to scooch forward a little bit so I've got a bit of room to roll back to. Very slowly, just rolling over one vertebrae at a time, all the way down. When you get down to your back, you're going to glue the knees and ankles together now. Take the arms out about waist height really with the hands. Palms can face up if you want, and then we go for some hip twists. So you're going to roll your pelvis over from left to right. You're going to take the pelvis as far as you can and look over to the opposite side. Then slowly roll it back through to centre, change over. Try and let the feet as far as it will go. Look over to the opposite side, keep your shoulders down. And then bringing it back through to the middle. And then just from one side to the next here. Just nice and easy. And go for one more. And then bringing it back through, making sure you've got a nice long waist now. Okay, you're going to bring one knee into your chest, give it a nice tight hug. Slide the other leg straight out, try and push the back of the knee down into the mat. From here, we'll take our hands behind our thigh, pull the leg into your chest, and I just want you to try and reach up and straighten the leg and then bend the knee back through. So your aim is to keep the thigh pulled into your chest, so you're probably not going to fully straighten your leg. Trying to keep the back of the other knee down into the mat. Reaching as long as you can each time. And then reach up. Walk your hand up your leg as high as you can, interlock the fingers. Pull the shoulders down into the mat. Try and straighten the knee now. So you're going to lock the knee and then release it. And then lock and then release. Don't forget the other leg. So you're going to push the back of the knee down with the opposite leg that's down on the ground. And make this next one your last one. Hold the stretch. Now focus on your breath. So take a nice deep breath in. You can close your eyes. Relax into this position. Every out breath, I want you just to let all the tension go from your torso, from your ribs, from your shoulders, from your neck. Just go heavy into the mat here. And then I'm now going to take my hand to the outside of this leg, so opposite hand. Same hand goes out to the side, and now we're going to go across our body. You're going to go down as low as you can. Opposite side. Low here. See if you can let your shoulder stay down, but the opposite toe reach the floor. Make sure you're not just taking the leg across your body, you're really pushing the hip over with the leg as well. And then bring it back into centre. And then we're just going for some hip circles. So hands can come by your sides. We're reaching leg long. We're going to circle around, keeping the pelvis down. Swoop the leg low, take it up and bring it across the body. So nice circles now with our leg, going into hip circles. And change direction on this next one. And take it out the opposite way, open out, swoop it down low, reach across the body. Try and aim to keep your pelvis down. You'll use your arms a little bit, but try not to use them too much. So you're trying to get pelvic stability and all the power to come through the core for this one. Last one, swoop it around, bring it back in, knee to chest for a second, and then reset and we'll change. So, sliding one leg away. Bring the knee into your chest. First of all, you just pull it in and give it a nice tight hug. Stretch the other leg straight out and push the back of the knee down into the mat. Then grab behind the leg, pull the thigh into your chest, and slowly you're just going to try and straighten the leg and then fold it back down. So straightening and bending. Try and relax as you do this. You're still pushing the back of the straight knee down. We're getting elongation through the back of the leg, trying to go further on each single reach up to the ceiling or sky with your toe. And then we'll hold it straight. Now walk your hands up, interlock the fingers. Now from here we'll bend the knee and straighten. Bend and straighten. So just intensifying this stretch a little bit more. Now we're holding up a little bit higher. Keep the straight leg pushing down into the mat. And then from here, reach into the stretch. Relax, let all the tension go from your tummy. Although you're still locking both legs and trying to straighten the knees as much as you can, I want you to just think about going heavy through the neck, the shoulders, the collarbones are wide, abdominals are relaxed, back of the ribs just melting into your mat. Nice deep breaths in and out. And then when you're ready, grab hold of the outside of the knee or the thigh with the opposite hand. Take the same hand down to the floor and then rotate all the way over, taking the whole hips over. So you're twisting the full spine. Shoulder blades stay down. You're looking out to the opposite side and breathe into the stretch. And then bring it back to the center. Keep the Now we're going to go for hip circles. So you go across the body, swoop it down and low, take it out and around. Make sure the shoulders are away from the ears. We've got nice wide collarbones. We're reaching long through the legs, so we're locking the knee as much as we can. It's quite tricky as we come through to the top. You should get lots of stretch through here. One more. And then change direction. Go out to the side. Bring it across the body. Swoop it up. Try and stay planted through the opposite leg as you do this. We've got one more. And bring it up. Fold the knee into your chest, give it a little hug, relax the leg. And then release. And then now we can either go into our rest position with our ankles, knees and in alignment, or you can have your legs straight. So whichever you prefer for this one. If you get low back issues, it's always quite nice to have your knees bent up. So find your neutral pelvic position. We'll do some tilts forwards and backwards. And then just find that mid position. So you've gone from the top of your tailbone, you've pushed down, just find where the middle of the tailbone is and just let the hips feel like sinking nice and heavy into the mat. We're now going to take our hands onto our ribs, relax the shoulders, let them go wide. You can close your eyes and I want you just to think of your face. So all the muscles in your face is relaxed. Feel as you've closed your eyes that your eyelids are velvety soft and they're nice and heavy and relaxed. And now I want you to send your focus to is your breathing. So take a nice breath in, nice and big. And then as you breathe out, purse your lips, push the air out through the mouth and just feel where there's any tension into the body. You want to feel like you're letting go on your breath out. But just take any notice or awareness to where you feel isn't letting go fully. So on the next out breath, after taking a large breath in, I want you to focus on letting go of all the muscles and relaxing all the way through the body. I want the back of your head to be heavy, your neck to be soft. Shoulder blades are heavy, we're not holding any tensions, so let the back of the arms feel heavy here. And then every time you breathe in and out, you feel like you're expanding the back of your ribs into the mat. And then checking that the low back stays nice and relaxed. The pelvis is heavy. There's no tension into the thighs or the calves or the toes. You can give your toes a little bit of a wriggle if you want. And then let them go. And now just come back to your breathing. So you're going to continue breathing in and out. Nice deep breaths. And then you want to feel that the chest expands, the belly expands. The chest drops down and the belly drops down. Feel his spine is nice and long onto the mat. It's reaching one way, crown of the head the opposite way, and those muscles are just nice and relaxed. We're not holding any tension through the back of the head. Lower back is nice and relaxed. If your hands down to your sides, palms facing up, take all the tension out of the shoulders, let the collarbones go wide, let the fingertips be soft. Now you're going to go for 4 more breaths in and out. Just focusing on the breathing, nothing else. And then now just start to notice the surroundings. Any noise in the house, birds chirping outside, maybe cars passing. Get your awareness to your surroundings, and then gently open your eyes. Now, very slowly, come up into a seated position. So, just coming all the way back round, just gently in your own time. And then I just want you to recenter yourself. So hands come onto your knees, you're in cross-legged position. And you're just going to rotate your chest forwards and then pull it back and retract it. So we sink back and draw the belly button into the spine. And then we push forwards again and open our chest. And then last one, drawing back in. Expand the back of the ribs and then pull through, lift the chest nice and tall. Relax the arms and the shoulders down now. You can rest your palms face up, just resting onto your knees. Let your collarbones feel nice and wide, like they're smiling. Let the back of the neck feel nice and long. Feel like you're being picked up through the crown of your head. And then just very gently allow your lower back to relax. The abdominals can gently draw in and you just feel this length through here. And then relax. You are done with your relaxation session. I hope you feel better. Well done.